What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. It has been probably a very mild and lovely 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit here in Oxford for the past few days, and I think that officially qualifies as a heat wave here in England because it's actually been really warm. One of the good things about the heat wave here in Oxford and in England in general is that I find that even if it gets really warm during the day, in the evening it cools back down. So I don't really need to get an air conditioner. Plus, since I have only really signed a lease in this apartment, I don't own this apartment, it's a rental, I'm not gonna go and install air conditioning in this apartment. It's also June, and in 3 months, it's gonna be cold again. So just to get through summer, I decided to buy myself a fan. Now this is where the story gets a little bit more complicated than I thought it would be. So it's been a while, but I thought that buying a room fan was a pretty straightforward thing. Like, I thought I would just go on Amazon and, I don't know, pay like 30 bucks and get a floor fan or one of those oscillating fans or something like that. I feel like I've seen them everywhere. In Hong Kong, you could just go to the corner store and buy a fan. You can go to Japan Home Center. Like in New York, I'm sure you could just get a fan at like Best Buy or PC Richard or just anywhere really, any convenience store, probably even CVS. But I guess because it's been so hot in England and because so few private homes have centralized air conditioning or air conditioning at all, the fans on Amazon it was like surge pricing. It was so expensive. And when I was looking around, I realized that I didn't know these brands. I don't know brands of fans besides Dyson, and I was not about to spend 400 pounds on a fan. And even the Amazon brand one, like the Amazon Basics fan, I think it was priced at like 70 pounds, which is about 100 bucks. And it just looked like a very basic pedestal fan. I don't know if anyone else has felt this way about Amazon over the past year or two. I think it's because Amazon is a platform for so many sellers that it's basically become an eBay for people who buy wholesale. It can feel a little bit chaotic, almost like you're going down to the dollar store and you're just in a shop full of fans and they're all brands you've never heard of and you have no idea what the quality is, and they're all expensive because everybody wants a fan. So I think I spent probably like 30 minutes on Amazon looking for a fan, and I got really frustrated because I didn't want to spend so much money on something super basic that I knew that I could get in normal non-surge pricing times for like $17. And so I was like, where else can I order a fan from? I looked on UK retailer sites like Argos and like Currys and just these electronic stores that I sort of was familiar with, but I didn't really see anything that I was like, oh yeah, like I'm comfortable spending a huge amount of money on this brand that I have some familiarity with. And so I took a break from fan shopping online and I went onto one of my favorite department stores websites. I just to take a break and like look at dresses and shoes. So I looked on the Selfridges website, and I remember, obviously, if you've ever been to Selfridges in London, that the department store has a huge home section in the lower ground floor. And on a whim, I went on the Selfridges site and I typed in fan, and up came a bunch of beautiful fans, all priced pretty much around the Amazon generic fan price point, which I guess is what happens because Amazon uses surge pricing and changes the prices of their products based on demand, whereas a department store like Selfridges, and I probably should have looked at John Lewis too, but those prices are fixed, which is great, and so they don't fluctuate with demand. So I saw this fan and I read some reviews online. I went on YouTube and I watched a bunch of videos about it, and I figured I would rather spend about 100 pounds, which is a huge amount of money to pay for a fan, on this fan because it's so versatile, versus spending almost 100 pounds on just a super basic model from Amazon from a brand that I wasn't even sure about. So I'm here to show you my new, very fancy, super quiet Duux fan. Selfridges. Look at the beautiful box. This is like the fanciest fan packaging ever. Behold. So I got the basic model of the Duux Whisper Flex fan. And I believe it was on sale at Selfridges, which was another reason that I decided to go with it, because everywhere else it was priced higher, and at Selfridges it was priced at $100 on discount. So I was like, I felt like I was getting a deal. It says low power consumption and extremely quiet, which is what I mentioned before. I want to be able to use this fan while I'm sleeping, but I don't want to hear like in my ear in the corner of the room for 12 hours. And it also has automatic horizontal and vertical oscillation. This is really cool. The fan head doesn't just turn from left to right as it oscillates, it also turns up and down. It has a digital LCD display and control panel, 26 variable speed settings, which honestly, like, I don't know why I would need 26 different settings on a fan. And it has a remote control, which, I mean, my apartment is not that big, so I'm sure I could just walk over to it and push the button if I really need to. I think it also comes with an app, although I don't think that this particular model works with the app. This is, again, this is the basic model. Mysterious box. I am worried that I'll need, okay, this is the charging cord. I'm worried that I'm going to need a screwdriver to assemble this. Oh no, it comes with a thingamaboo, like a little thing. Manual, remote, safety warnings. The cage. There's some cardboard in the cage. The base. And the adjustable stand. Now I think that this can be used both as a desk fan and like a tall fan, but I don't know how to adjust it. Okay, let's put it together. Place the mount on the base of the product. Slightly turn counterclockwise to lock into the base and tighten with the locking ring on the bottom side. Lock, open, lock, up. That's attached. So that is the actual level of noise. It is like almost silent. And the breeze is really nice. It's on 12 now, which is, I guess, is like the default setting. Okay, I got it to oscillate left to right. And here it is oscillating up. And down. There's something very relaxing about watching it do that. It's almost like doing those neck stretches at the end of yoga class. So relaxing. And I love how quiet it is. That's it. It's me and my new fan, my new Duux. So far, I really like it. I think that given the choice between spending about, it's too close. Like I was saying, given the choice between spending about the same amount of money on a pretty generic Amazon brand pedestal fan that I don't know what it is, what it's like. I couldn't really watch any reviews about it online. There was no like unique selling point about it. But given the choice between spending so much money on something like that versus spending it on a newfangled higher tech item that had some features that I really wanted to see for myself, like the ultra quiet, the oscillation. I think that I'm pretty happy with my choice. I do feel like spending this much money on a fan is probably not something I would normally do under non-pandemic situations, but I am spending way more time here at home than I have ever before. I guess before I would go to the office all the time and there was always air conditioning there, or I would always be out and about, but now because I'm spending so much more time at home and because there is no aircon in private homes, most private homes here in the UK, and it's not where I live, even though I live in a very modern building, this was a great choice and I'm really happy with it. So yeah, that's it. I haven't really been making a lot of videos lately, and so I thought I would take this opportunity to make a little video about something that I got that's like new to me. I haven't made a lot of videos because I feel like I haven't really been doing anything. That sound is the fan blowing the vertical blinds in this apartment. So I thought I would do a little video about something fun that I bought. I don't know if I'll be making vlogs or videos anytime soon on a regular basis because I don't really have anything planned. I'm not really doing anything different or out of the ordinary lately. I've just been, you know, doing my projects, working, and going to the gym 3 times a week, which I'm really enjoying. So maybe I'll do a little update on that in the near future. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this video. I'm really happy with my Duux fan, and I'll let you know if something crazy happens. But so far, I feel like I did good. All right, thanks so much. Hope you are having a great week, and I hope you're having a great summer so far, and I will see you in the next video.